Hello everyone, welcome to DTBTV. This is an hour later than I said, but I always put rough times of when I'm going to go live. I did say two, but I've been busy. So yeah, 3 o'clock it is. I'm sure there's no rush about times with most of you been at work anyway. Uh, right, so this is a problem that needs addressing. It doesn't need to be addressed now. We're going to enjoy the man from the minute he has been here to the minute he departs when he does. And I hope that that doesn't happen. I hope he signs another contract. But let's not, uh, you know, make this subject anything other than just a talking point because that's all it is. Anyway, I just found this article on this page called 442, which is a very good magazine for football, and it's Liverpool's post-Jurgen Klopp problem and why they need to start planning now. Now, the reason why I'm doing a live on this is because I actually believe that they already have been planning, and I think they've been planning back to I think it was 218, no 219 when Gerrard left for Rangers. Now, this is my view, so not what I think is going to happen, although I do believe this will. Not just what I think will happen. I believe this has been the plan all along, and I'm going to go into detail into why I think this is the reason. So, Jurgen Klopp's contract is due to expire in 2024, right? The summer. Jurgen Klopp himself has came out and said that he will definitely 100% be leaving on that date to go and have a year sabbatical to find out if he misses football after that. And then if he doesn't miss football, he's going to stay retired. And if he does miss football, he's going to come back. Now, it is what it is. That's what we've got to face, whether we want to talk about it this week, next week, the week after, the week after. This is a talking point, so I don't need everybody coming on and commenting going, oh, for God's sake, he's going nowhere, he'll sign another one. Yeah, you can put that actually, but what I mean is, it's still got to be talked about. Whether you put that or not, it's still got to be talked about. So, this is what I think. As a person that watches all the post-match interviews, as a person that watches all the YouTube footage of Gerrard, of all of his interviews, of everything that's come out of my mouth since Gerrard left Liverpool under 23s, Liverpool's youth team to take over at Rangers. Now, this was the day Steven Gerrard joined Rangers. Jurgen Klopp said this: "He is only on loan there. We will give him all the tools necessary to succeed." Right? Jurgen Klopp said that himself and then followed that up with lending him Shea Ojo, John Flanagan, Ovi Ajaria, Ryan Kent, then sold him Ryan Kent. Uh, then we sold him the goalkeeper as well, Ryan Fulton. Well, just let him go on a free there. So we did give him all the tools necessary to succeed. But let's not forget that we also sent our entire staff with him. You know, Michael Beale, Gary McAllister, all of the staff, the data analysis, the people that are in charge of doing everything, doing everything, behind the scenes that you don't see. We sent that to Rangers with Steven Gerrard. And then you've got to look at it like this. Steven Gerrard then plays 4-3-3, plays the exact formation that Liverpool have obviously got as their blueprint to play for the foreseeable future. He plays 4-3-3 at Rangers, he then goes and plays 4-3-3 at Villa, right? He adapts the same mentality, chase and press from the front, win the ball back in midfield. So people that are touting Klopp's successor are missing the point. It's already Steven Gerrard. I'm going to put my neck out on the line now, and you can save this video and you can post this video to me into the summer of 2024. But Steven Gerrard will walk in the door at Anfield on that day. I can guarantee it. And the only way it won't be that date is if Klopp leaves earlier. And he's not going to. He's honoured every contract he's ever had in football. So I look at it like this, right? Gerrard is doing a fantastic job at Villa. I'm sure even those that didn't think he was an elite manager when he was in the SPL will now have changed their mind because he's showing that he's elite. I love the way he's faced the Manchester United fans head on. I love the way he's walked off that pitch with an aura, with a class. The way he celebrates, he's got the passion, he's got the tactical nous. When they were 2-0 down to Manchester United, his substitutions changed the game. He's got the fact that he can pull in top players. He's already seen that with the players that have signed for him so far. He's Liverpool through and through, and the only thing that eats away at him every night is the fact that he never won the Premier League with Liverpool. Let me tell you this now, he will one day. I will be more emotional than I've ever been in my life the day he lifts the Premier League title on that very pitch, over that road from where I'm pointing right now. I will love it. Now, I'm going to read out this and then I'm going to tell you why Liverpool, I believe, have been planning since these things have been happening that I've just explained. So, Liverpool's post-Jurgen Klopp problem, why they need to start planning now. This was published 6 days ago by Matt Ladson of 442. Jurgen Klopp will be at Liverpool until 2024, but to avoid the mistakes Manchester United made after an iconic manager left, they need to have a plan. I still have 3 years at Liverpool Jurgen Klopp was keen to pull out when 442 asked him last autumn. See, this 442 that I'm reading out, they speak directly to Klopp, which is why this is what I'm reading out is a good source. About what he'll eventually do in his life after football. That's a long, long time ago. Actually, in football, he added, I am fully here, full of energy, and I want to go as far as possible. Now, 6 months on, and into the 2022, the summer of 2024 looks a whole lot closer for Liverpool supporters. A summer when the man who ended the 30-year title drought and brought home a European Cup number 6 is set to depart the club. Klopp has been consistent that he will walk away when his current contract expires in just over 2.5 years, by which time he'll have been at Liverpool almost 9 years, the longest spell of his managerial career. Speaking more recently, Klopp said, if I would have known how good this club is, how much we mean to each other, I would have wanted to be here much earlier. Some supporters have theorised over a potential sabbatical for Klopp, with current assistant Pep Lijnders taking the interim reins, but that seems unlikely. I've said this. Pep Lijnders isn't a top football manager, he's a top coach. There is a difference. He was sacked after only 3 months for NEC Ninjamin in Holland, and that's his only ever managerial spell. You cannot give it to a manager with less experience than Steven Gerrard has, and Gerrard's only 41 and he's only just started his career really. Right, and Lenders has got less managerial experience than Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard has managed a league title to stop 9 in a row in Celtic. And by the way, those that don't know football, Celtic were cream in that league before Rangers turned up under Gerrard. Right, so he's done that. He's now taking Villa into the top 10. He will take them into the top 7, in my opinion, this season, which will get them a place in Europe. So that's what I think. So to me, Linders is a possibility. If you're thinking on the lines of hold the fort until Jurgen has his year sabbatical, then maybe Jurgen will want to return to Liverpool after a year. Who knows? I can see that point. But I'm going to stand by my belief that Liverpool have had this plan the minute they let go their entire staff and 23 manager to Rangers. They didn't even ask for compensation off Rangers. They gave them to Rangers. So there's a big difference. Rangers were even doing Legends games. FSG were rumoured to want to buy Rangers at one point. There was talk that they were going to buy Rangers as well. So I'm telling you now, FSG, Klopp, the way Gerrard plays, his tactical formation, the fact he's playing the same players more or less, Coutinho on the left side, you know, he wants Luis Suarez now. No, Klopp wasn't here when Suarez was, but he can see he's trying to play the way we love playing, on the front foot, attacking now. So I'm gonna stand by my decision in it being Stevie. Not just because I want him to be because he's my hero, because it's just the perfect fit. And why can't it work? Kenny Dalglish, I'm sure there was people saying, oh, he won't make a great manager because he was a great player. He won the double as player manager and was amazing as a football manager. So all this bullshit about you can't be a top player and a top manager. Look at Antonio Conte. Look at Steven Gerrard. You know, there's many examples out there. Look at Pep Guardiola. He walked into the Barcelona job as more or less play just after finishing. Look at Xavi. You know, it happens. Zidane. So it's bullshit. So anyway, as things stand, Liverpool are set to lose their director of football, Michael Edwards, which will be a big blow in 2022. Something that is confirmed with his assistant, Julian Ward, replacing him, which I kind of like because obviously he would have been shadowing Michael Edwards in all the deals anyway, and hopefully he can just like learn from him. Their star player in 223 and their manager in 224. And something comes to assistant Julian Ward replacing their star player in 223, 224. Yeah, he was brilliant in terms of what he's. Oh, replacing their star. Yeah, we've got to replace our star, Michael Edwards, with Julian Ward from 223 to 224. Add in that as well, Salah's contract's expiring in 2023. There's also Sadio Mane, Robert Firmino, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita. You can see why supporters would be anxious about the future. I'm pretty sure the fans are not nervous as you are, Klopp told a journalist recently in relation to Salah's contract ticking in to its final 18 months. They, the fans, know the club pretty long and know the people here have been dealing with things for pretty long. So I think there are enough reasons to be positive. Such words, though, seem pretty misguided. It would be rather odd for a supporter not to be nervous given the expiring contracts of the front three who put Liverpool back on the European and domestic trophy hunt. Add in that fans are also remember, although not as big as a loss as Salah would be, Gini Wijnaldum and Emre Can both departing on free transfers after their contract hit similar impasses. There's not a lot of reassurance to fans over that Klopp saying that conversations are still positive. Salah's contract situation also links to Klopp's future in that any player signing a new deal now knows that Klopp won't be the manager in 2 years' time. It creates a quite uncertain future. So Liverpool's age problem, it says here. What Liverpool and Klopp has is an age problem. The age of their squad is on the high side in the Premier League now. Not quite Roy Hodgson at West Brom, but the average age of the Liverpool squad is higher than most of their rivals. In January last year, Klopp named a side with an average age of 29 years and 15 days, the oldest side he named as Liverpool manager. Since then, he's named two more older 11s included in the Champions League group stage away to Madrid, which was the club's oldest since 1953. Take Liverpool's current perceived best 11 of Alisson, Trent, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk, Andy Robertson, Fabinho, Jordan Henderson, Thiago, Mo Salah, Firmino, Mane in the summer of 2024 when Klopp leaves Anfield. Every single one of those players will be turned 30, except for Trent. You could debate Firmino's place in the 11 with Jota unsupplying him this season, but much of that has down to injuries for the Brazilian. So, avoiding Manchester United's late Ferguson era mistake, what Klopp must not do is leave an ageing squad that is well past its sell-by date, something Alex Ferguson did when he departed Old Trafford in 2013. Ferguson's squad somehow won the league title in 2012-13, but it was built around the core of Patrick Evra 31, Rio Ferdinand 34, Michael Carrick 31, Ryan Giggs 39, Van Persie 29, Vidic 31, Scholes 38 and Berbatov 31. Those younger players in Cleverley 23, Evans 24, Silva 22 didn't have long careers at the club. Even Rooney, then 27, was past his best form. Ferguson left Moyes a squad well past its best and has set the ball rolling on their 9-year and counting title drought, with Ralph Rangnick the 7th manager to attempt the impossible job, replacing an iconic manager. Such as Ferguson or Klopp is hard enough without being left with an aging squad. So, young blood. So how does Klopp avoid this? Well, Salah's contract situation isn't exactly in his hands, but that would certainly help. The young blood at Anfield is the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Jota, Trent, Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez and Costas. Clearly there's a big issue in attack where all the front three are out of contract in 18 months and major decisions are needed. If even Salah were to sign a new deal, does Mane get offered a contract he wants as well? This is what people need to think. Is Firmino now seen as a fringe player? And if so, will he be allowed to leave before 2023? Do you sell one this coming summer to avoid losing them on a free contract? I said that yesterday about my Firmino video. Yes, let him go to Barcelona, take the 16 million, put it towards the next front three. So Liverpool are said to have interest in a host of young attacking options, namely West Ham's Jarrod Bowen. I'm not interested in him, I don't like him. Porto's Luis Diaz, I'd love that. Salzburg's Karim Adeyemi, who's only 19. Adding one of those or any other forward below the age of 25 must be high up on the new director of football, Julian Ward's to-do list. Arguably, though, it's in the midfield where an injection of youth is needed. With injury-prone Thiago turning 31 this season, Henderson 32 this summer, James Milner now 36, and out of contract this season, Fabinho turns 30 next year. Midfield names includes Dortmund's Jude Bellingham, who's only 18, I would love him. Monaco's Aurelien Tchouameni, 21. Gladbach's Denik Zakaria, 25. Acquiring one of them, those to add to Elliott and Jones will go a long way into ensuring Liverpool don't fall into the same trap as Man United. And adding a high quality high potential midfielder and forward would also reassure Salah of the club's long-term planning vision, so you can only strengthen your hand with his contract demands. It's clear that Liverpool need to be more active in the summer transfer window than they were last year for multiple reasons. Failing to do so would certainly risk a bleak outlook for life after Klopp. Now that's a fantastic piece, and I clearly am behind it. But I think the plan's in place. We will inject a shitload of money in the summer, and we will certainly attack that. They've always had a plan. You cannot call FSG for their transfers because every one of them, bar Andy Carroll, someone said to me the other day, they've more or less absolutely nailed. So it's a big summer for our new director of football, Julian Ward, and Liverpool will set a massive statement out so we do not be the Ferguson drought that is post Fergie. Sorry, we want to be, if Stevie walks in, whoever walks in June 24, we want them to be ready to rock and roll to win trophies. You'll never walk alone.